I have traveled around the world professionally filming healers for BBC and Discovery. And so I'm very familiar with healers. And there are very few really great healers in the world, and I think that Mikhail is a great healer. So for me, it's a real privilege to be able to have heard about him and found a way to contact him. And I fly from San Francisco to New York 3 times a year to have sessions with him. That's how special they are to me. Before I came to see Michael, I was nervous and uneasy, but I didn't know it. I just felt like things weren't working the way that I wanted them to. He said that I was at a crossroads, and I said, "Can you help me?" And he said, "Yes, I can help you." My first healing with Michael was from a distance. I was in Los Angeles and Michael was in New York. As I worked with Michael, I started to get happier and I started to enjoy life more. And then in contrast, I realized that I had been depressed previously. And so since my first distant healing with Michael, I've been increasing in the amount of intimacy and joy and freedom that I've had in my life. He's really been helping me to expand my ability to receive and to give love, and to receive and give abundance. And those are the 2 most important things in my life. I had a special treatment with Michael in the language of the unconscious, and I found it very effective. In the past, I have worked with my conscious patterns, but there's many patterns that are unconscious to me. And so in working with him in the spirit language, I was able to access patterns that were unconscious, unknowable by me. And I found a tremendous freedom and liberation from those sessions. The language of spirit sessions are very powerful. I don't know how they work, but they work, because afterwards I'm able to experience more freedom and more happiness. And I'm able to allow more love into my life. After every session, I also receive an audio of that session, and then he asks me to listen to it again to really integrate it, because a lot of it is on a subconscious level. On a monthly basis, I get a lecture audio from Michael, and I really enjoy those, and it reinforces what he taught me in the sessions about actually embodying my soul in my physical body. I recommend Mikhail to all my friends. And sadly, most of them don't come because they don't understand what it is that he does, and they're afraid of distant healing. But one of my friends did. She was dying of cancer, and she was very, very close to death. She could only stay out of bed for a couple of hours every day. And so I suggested that she come to see Mikhail, and she did. And she had a fabulous recovery. When I spoke to her again, which was, I think, about 3 months later, she was all about the town, doing everything, and shopping and vacationing and planning and cooking, and she didn't even have time to call me back. I had to keep calling her, and at first I was afraid that maybe she had died. Maybe the sessions hadn't worked. Why didn't she call me back? I kept calling and calling and calling, and finally she called me back. And she said, "Oh, thank you so much for introducing me to Mikhail. I'm just on my way to Peru." And I said, "Peru?" She said, "Yes. And then we're going here, and then we're going there, and we're going to the Bahamas." And I was like, "So you're better?" She said, "Oh yeah, I'm all better." She had kind of even forgotten that she had had cancer and she was dying. I come to see Michael Assedo not because I have any physical problems, but because I want to evolve faster and because I want to rejuvenate myself. And he's been able to help me to look younger and also to experience more peace in my life. I really love coming to see Mikhail because I feel the healthiest that I have ever been in my life in his presence. And then when combined with the personal sessions and then listening to the audios, it helps me to reinforce the sessions over time when I'm not with him. So I'm very grateful, and I thank you so much.